What is up, everyone? It's Drakey572. Return a chance. Today's August 26th, 2025. We're gonna hop on, do a market watch as usual. We got a good amount of cards to go through, so I'm gonna try to speed through them. These market watches have been going up to like an hour, but I'm gonna try my best to talk through these cards pretty quick so it won't be an hour anymore. I just got back from Yosemite this weekend. I went camping for my first time and I just got settled back in. I put away the stuff. All I have left to do is clean a couple things like the tent and like the tarp we used, but it was a great experience. We'll be doing a little vlog video on the channel about that. But without further ado, let's get to the cards. We're going to talk about Rahu Draco Tail, the collector rare first, because it seems like this collector rare is like the highest price collector rare from this set. This is basically like branded fusion for Draco Tail. Used to be sitting around like the $50 price point, $45 price point, now $81 card, 20 listings on the market. We do have other versions of this card. I think it comes as a super rare and a rare, but technically the collector rare is the highest rarity. Yeah, like I said, we have super rares, and I think that was it. No rare for this card, so it only comes as a super rare and a collector rare. But I believe that this collector rare is the highest price collector rare of the set. Let's go to high to low. Yeah, after that we have Starlight, and then collector rare Draco Tail Malulu coming in second place for that. But yeah, the branded fusion for Draco Tail, highest price collector rare of the set at sitting at $80 now. We have Mucharmi for Wallows getting reprinted in the tins as a prismatic secret rare, so I want to take a look at how it is doing. We have the Quarter Century Secret Rare at $294. Secret Rares from Rage of the Abyss, a 19 listing, $22 it looks like, lowest listing. We have Platinum Secrets at $25.98, 29 listings. So it doesn't really look like for Wallows got affected too much in price because of the Prismatic Secret Rare reprint that we're getting in this year's tins. Looks like it's still around like, I want to say like the $20 price point. So not too much of a price shift for Wallows. We have Perulia, who actually did also get announced for a reprint. This one I know is dropping down in price. We have the Quarter Century Secret at $185 lowest listing. We have the collector rare sitting at $85-ish. These were above $100 a couple weeks ago when we took a look at it, but now we see prices at like $85, $90, $98, so under $100. And then the ones that got affected the most are the Secret Rares and Ultra Rares from Maze & Master and Infinite Forbidden. These Maze & Master copies were hitting like the $70, $80 price point, and now they basically have cut in half. 37 listings, we have it at $44, $45-ish, $50 being the most expensive listings on the first page. But yeah, now dropping under $50. We have the Secret Rares from Infinite Forbidden, also cutting down to like the under $50 price point. So Mucharmi Perulia did drop down in price, but although we didn't see too much of a price change on. Let me know how you guys feel about this. Are you guys going to be selling off your Perulias? I think I'm going to be selling mine off. I bought mine off a trade. I didn't buy mine. I traded mine for like a $40 trade. And so if I sell it off right now, I'm just making my money back. I'm not really profiting on it. And I'll just pick up the Prismatic Secret, because I think Prismatic Secret is going to be like, what, maybe $20-ish is what I'm expecting it to be. What do you guys think the price point of Perulia is going to be for its Prismatic Secret printing from the tins? Vanquish Soul Holy Sue looks like it has been dropping down even further in price. 146 listings. Apparently Yummy is the better deck of the format. I still feel like Vanquish Soul, once we get the ban list, is going to take over though. We have $17 for Holy Sue, $17.95, $17.95, $18, $18.03. I think this is still a good pickup just because we're going to have a shift in the meta, and the decks that aren't going to get hit are probably going to be Vanquish Soul, Yummy, and Draco Tail. So those are going to be some of the decks are going to be, in the meta for the next couple months. And so I think Vanquish Soul Holy Seal is still going to see a price increase. So I think this is still a good pickup. This is the lowest I've seen it at. But let me know how you guys feel about Holy Sue. Primite Loreley Load is getting a reprint also in the 10th. So I suggest you guys probably sell these off while they're still worth something. These are still sitting around like the $20 price point, it looks like. Both the ones from Battles of Legend and Rage of the Abyss. But since it is getting a reprint, I'm pretty sure these are going to drop down to like maybe the $5, $10 price point. So I would capitalize and cash in on those profits right now while you still can. The tins are supposed to be releasing in a couple weeks, so you have a little bit of time until then to still cash in on those. Core Sentry sitting around 74.90. Looks like lowest listing has a market price of 95.25 at the moment, but it looks like we have listings at like $75-$80. How do you guys feel about Primate Lorry Load? Are you guys selling it off, or are you guys gonna hold on to them? Fiendsman's Tract, another card that's getting reprinted, also worth $20, but I suggest you guys get rid of it because it's gonna drop down in value like most of the cards do when they get released. I guess unless you're using it, but I mean, I feel like for me, my regional isn't until September 13th. The tins are gonna come out before then. I'll just pick this up after the tins get released, since I have like a little bit of a gap to pick this up between when the tins release and my regional. So for me, it makes more sense to just sell this off and cash in on it while I still can. But I guess if you're still using it, I understand that you're just holding on to it just to be able to play at a regional or something. That's also fair as well. But if you aren't using it, I would just suggest selling it off and trying to cash in on it while you still can. Prime My Dragon Ether Barrel did not get announced for reprint yet in the tins. I'm still waiting to see if it maybe is gonna be in there or not. If it's not in there, I would keep a close eye on it, because you would probably want to go after this, since Primate Lorry Load is getting another reprint. These will probably start to head up a little bit if they are not in there, but we're still not sure. So just keep your eye on this one. And after the full set of the tins release, we'll see if this is in there. If it's not, we're gonna come in and buy some out. That way we can pick them up early rather than later, and then it going up in price. The collector rare version of Ripper, I think, is a good pickup. Currently sitting at 31 listings. Looks like 35, 37, 38, 55. So under like the $40 price point. But it's one of those cards that doesn't have a starlight. And so this collector is the highest rarity Ripper that you could have. I think it's only a 1-of in a strategy, so maybe that's why it's kind of low in price. But it being a 1-of, I could see it. I could see people wanting to pay like $50 to $60 for this card. So I think this card has a high chance of going up in price, just because it is the highest rarity of the card. Kind of like how with Draco Tail, that Rahu Draco Tail collector is the highest rarity of that card, and it went up in price. This could follow the same pattern and do the same as well. How do you guys feel about that? Blazing Cartesia, I believe, has been seeing some play in Draco Tail, so we have copies of it basically going up in price. I would suggest digging through your bulk and see if you guys have some from either Terminal's Revenge or the 2025 tins. We also have some from Darkwing Blast, which are at 24 listings. Looks like these are the highest price. These are at $15.73, going up to like $15. And then we have the Prismatic Secret Rares, which are around, I want to say like $7-ish, $8-ish. We have the Ultra Rares from Battle of the Legend Terminal Revenge, sitting at like $7, $8-ish as well. So definitely go dig through your bulk and see if you guys have some Blazing Cartesias. These used to be sitting around like $2-ish for the longest, and now are worth something because they're seeing some play in Draco Tail. Red Nova is one I saw Meta Bro Jake post on his Instagram story. You guys aren't following Meta Bro J. He just started doing market watches back again. So we get some market watch info weekly. And he mentioned Red Nova. This is a card that's being used in the Killer Tune strategy. This common used to be sitting around like what, under 50 cents, 25 cents. But now we have 44 listings on the market for it. We have $3.80, $3.90, $4, $4.20, $4.45. So definitely go check that bulk, see if you guys have some. It's from Dragons of Legend, the complete series. I never opened up that set, so I don't have any. I already checked. Then we have some from Dragons of Legend Unleashed. These are the secret rares. Used to be sitting around 40 cents. These are now $10.98, $10.99, $12, and $11 on the first page. Shout out to Meta Bro J for mentioning this card and letting us know. So definitely go check that books if you guys maybe opened up some of that set, because these Red Novas are high in price at the moment, and they're being used in the new Killer Tune strategy. RB the Brew Blues, this Starlight Rare is going low on listings. We have this card. We had this card at $15 a couple weeks ago when we took a look at it, but now it is at 12 listings. We have it at $24.96, $24.97, $24.99, $35, $39.99, heading up to the $50 price point on the first page. I did see a couple of weeks ago Machina RB deck top. So maybe people are looking into ways to maybe bringing RBs back into well, not back into, they were never in the format, bringing them into the format. We'll see what happens if we see some representation. We have, I think, YCS Anaheim, and there's another YCS going on in a couple weeks. We also have the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championships at the end of the month. So we'll see if maybe there's like some representation for RBs there. But yeah, that's where I saw it. I saw a top with Machina and RB. And yeah, now this card is at 12 listings and at $25-ish basically. How do you guys feel about RBs? And do you guys think they will continue to go up in price? Infinitrack River Stormer looks like it's still holding on to its price point. We have Ultra Rares at 18 listings. These are sitting around like $3-4-ish. And then the Secret Rares looks like they're at 57 listings, sitting around like the $5 price point. These are being used in the Crystron K9 strategy. I think K9 is able to bridge into this, and then it bridges you into the Crystron engine. So it's one of those decks that is, what do you guys call it? Would you guys call Crystron K9 Rogue? Would you call it tier 2, tier 1? I want to say it's a pretty good deck. It's not like up there with Yummy, but it's a good deck. So I want to say maybe like tier 2, not roguish, but tier 2. Comment down below how you guys feel about Crystron K9. Dino Rustler Pancratops has come back down in price. We have this 119 listings. We have 359, 365, 383, 494, 495, 499, and then 368 at the bottom of the first page. Was sitting at a high price point of like $11-12-ish. Hopefully you guys sold it then, but now has came back down to like under the $4 price point. I haven't really seen Pancratops be used too much in the format, or maybe I missed it. But let me know if you guys are citing Pancratops to go against Yummy. I think that was the strategy that Pancratops was able to go against, and that's why people were citing it. SP Little Knight got announced for a Starlight reprint, even though it has a QCR. So I've been hearing a lot of talk in the community about how people feel differently about that, how it's a good thing, how it's a bad thing. Let me know down below how you guys feel about that. But yeah, the Core Century Seeker is the one we're going to be taking a look at. Looks like we had it sitting at 250-ish. Is that what it was? 350? It says one sold at 350. We have a sale right here at like 350. And I guess it got cut down by like $100 because now we see listings at 250, 250. 250, 250. Maybe these people are trying to fire sell before it drops down even lower. Let me know if you guys think this Core Century Seeker is going to drop down even lower because of the Starlight, or is it going to retain some value? But how do you guys feel about these QCRs being reprinted as Starlights? I remember back then people were not happy about Starlights getting QCR printings. Because they say, oh, QCRs are just like budget Starlights, they're just knockoff version of Starlights, and now we were seeing people say that these Starlights are printings. These QCRs that are getting Starlight printings is not good for the game and all that. I guess we could have a discussion on this some other day, but let me know down below how you guys feel about some of these QCRs getting Starlight printings. More Charming Meows did not get announced for a reprint in the tins, along with the Perulia and the Fualos, although they're still announcing cards, so there's a possibility that it could be in there. We have the one for Supreme Darkness right now sitting at $22, $22.78, $21.79, which I might actually go ahead and pick up just because I'm going to be needing this card for regionals to go against like Yummy, Orcust. I know Mitsurugi sometimes special summons from the grave too. There's different decks that do stuff in the grave, so this is just a great side deck card that I want to have for regionals. I know it's getting a reprint, and I think 5D structured decks, along with like I think also Imperm's getting reprinted in there as well. I think it's coming as ultra rare if I'm not mistaken. But that's until November, I want to say, and I can't wait until then. My region was in September, so I'm gonna need this before then. So that's why I'm gonna be picking it up. I'm gonna hold off a little bit because I still feel like there's a chance it might be in the tens. But if it's not, I'm gonna just go ahead and pick it up. I'm hoping to get these around like $20. Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade, looks like it's still continuing to go up in price. We have 14 listings for this card. It had a market price of $240, but now we have $275, $289, $290, $299, and then $317 at the bottom of the first page. I'm hoping this. Oh well, this card is already a Starlight. I thought this was a QCR for some reason. This card is already a Starlight, so I doubt they're gonna reprint this unless they decide to reprint like Photon Hypernova Unlimited or something like they did with what was that one set that Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix got reprinted in as an unlimited, and then they made it kind of go down in price. I don't see that happening. It's too late already for Photon Hypernova to get like another unlimited run though. So Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon, is technically the highest rarity as a Starlight right now, and I don't think they could go even higher rarity than that unless they make like a Ghost Starlight or something like that. Ghost for another printing ultimate rare. So if you want to play branded and want like high rarity, this is at $300 basically right now. Contact C still has some value. It's a good side deck card. Some people are saying I'm not really a fan of Contact C. I would rather go with something else. But the super rare is at 38 listings. Looks like it's reaching a $3 price point. We have listings at $3, $310, $340, $348. It says when your opponent no more special summons a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field. The controller of this card's controller cannot fusion, synchro, exceed, or link someone unless they use this card as material. So it kind of stops them if they don't have a generic, I guess, link monster they could go into to get rid of that. Pot of Extravagance have been seeing some play in Vanquish Soul, is what I heard. And so I wanted to take a look at this alternative art version since there's only one printing for this. We do have other versions of Pot of Extravagance, but the one we're going to focus on is this one right here. Looks like we have 31 listings for this card, currently at $15, $17.95, $18, $19, and then going up to the $20 price point. I could see this card becoming maybe like $30 if Vanquish Soul continues to play this. It used to be sitting around like 15, 16, and we do see a little bit of price increase, but I think it's a good pickup just because it only has this one printing, this alternative art. The other Pot of Extravagances do have other printings, the original artwork, and there is a Core Century version for it too. Looks like this one's at 31 listing, $16, and then we have the collector rare at $28. This is the one from Toon Chaos, so I could easily see one of these two reaching that price point too, because this one's a collector rare and this is a Core Century Seeker rare. Even though this one is harder to pull, technically Core Century I want to say is a higher rarity. Let me know down below which one you guys consider the higher rarity, but it looks like this one is the highest price at the moment at $28. So I could see one of these start to reach that price point as well, but I would go after this one since there's only one artwork for this one as opposed to this other one. El Shadow window has been seeing some play in Draco Tail. The Shadow package has been seeing some play in Draco Tail. We also saw it seeing some play. We also saw the Shadow package seeing some play in Gem Knight. But I want to take a look at this specific window because the other artwork of window was reaching the $16 price point, so I think maybe this one could follow in that direction and also go up in price. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Do you guys think this I guess this is the original artwork of window can go up in price in the future, or is it going to stay at this price point? Because this alternative artwork is at 16, so I don't see why not the original one could go up too. Another Branded card that has been going up in price, only 14 listings, is Lubellion. We had this card at market price 153. Now we have the lowest listing at 162, 171, 176, going up to 180. How high do you guys think this card could reach? This is from Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge. Do you guys think it could hit like the $200-$300 price point that Mary Jade is going up to? Let me know down below. Borolo Savage Dragon has a couple different printings. This Starlight Rare is at 12 listings. We got announced some rocket support, so people are expecting Borolo Savage Dragon to come back. It's probably gonna dip down in price if it doesn't come back. It used to be sitting around like $43, but now it's going up to 68, 75, 80, 82, 86.9, going up to the $90 price point. People are just buying in on the hype for this one at the moment. We also have the QCR, which was sitting at like market price that says $12, $8. Now we have it at $17, $20. But yeah, if it doesn't come off the list, I'm pretty sure it's gonna drop back down in price. But for my budget players, if you just want to have access to the card, there's plenty of different versions of it available. You don't have to go after the Starlight or the Quarter Century. There's nothing wrong with playing budget. I played budget for a long time. I recently upgraded my Memento deck just because I had a little bit more money and wanted to treat myself. My birthday's coming up, so I treated myself and blinged out my Memento deck. But I was playing budget for a long time. I picked up my Memento deck for like $15, I think it was, and then adding staples onto it like Wallows, Ash Blossom, Joe and Lockbirds was maybe another like, I want to say $50. So the whole deck cost me like what, 60, 70, and it played just well. It got me in my top. After I got my top, I decided to bling it out just because I want to treat myself, and that just goes to show you could still play budget and do good. Artifact deck though was sitting around like $1, but there's a new combo that came out that you could do to lock out your opponent from summoning monsters, special summoning monsters. Forgot which one was the artifact that did it, but it is at 39 listings. We have this at $4.95, $4.99, $6.20. It used to be $1 card. Let me know if you think Dagda is a good pickup, and if you think we're gonna see that lock be used in the upcoming format. Chimeritic Mega Fleet Dragon. Looks like the secret rare from Battles of Legend is up in price. We do have other versions of it, ultra rares, from Legendary Dragon decks, Ghosts from the Past, and then some other ones from Legendary Dragon decks as well. But the secret rare is the highest rarity. We have it at 43 listings. This card used to be sitting at $1, and it's now pushing up to $4. We have been seeing a couple of Cyber Dragon builds in the format with K9, so maybe that's why it's going up, because this is one of those cards that you could kind of break boards with. It says one Cyber Dragon monster plus one or more monsters in the extra monster zone. So you could just summon a Cyber Dragon, use your opponent's Yummy, use your opponent's Rock the Vanquisher, use your opponent's whatever they have on the field as material, and get rid of one of the problems with this card. Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, the Platinum Secret Rare, I noticed was kind of above market price. We had a market price $740, and then we have the lowest listing at $849, so just something to keep an eye out for. It looks like these are starting to reach a $10 price point. To me, this is kind of like a Starlight Rare. That's why I picked those up. I play the poor man's, Starlight QCR. I just like how this Platinum Rare looks. It looks kind of like a Starlight Rare to me. Solemn Judgment has been seeing some price increase for all of its versions, I want to say. These secret rares from the 25th anniversary collection, Rated Collection 2, used to be sitting around $1. I picked a bunch of these up for like around $1, and now they're selling around $3.24, $3.25, $4, going up to the $5 price point. 22 listings. Solemn Judgment is one of those cards that you could just throw in the side deck for when you're going first and build your board, and this helps you protect your board from anything. So I think that's why it's seeing some of these price increase. We have like the super rares worth $3. These are from Retro Pack. Amazing Memories worth $3 market price. We have where's Rare Collection Prismatic Ultima Rares at $3-4. So a lot of these I picked up around like $1 back then, and now they're worth like $3-4. Some even going up to like $5. Let me know how you guys feel about Solemn Judgment, and if you guys have some, I would suggest going to dig some out and throwing them in your binder. You can use them as like trade bait. FA Don Draxler looks like it's at 20 listings. We have a price point of $6 now, $6.69, $7.79, $8 on the first page. I remember picking these up for like around $1.75 even. I sold mine around like $4 to $5 though, but it looks like they are now increasing up in price even more, heading up to the $7 price point, $8 price point. Crystron uses this. Only has 2 printings. The rare is the other printing. Super rare is technically the higher rarity from the 2019 tint, but looks like the rare is also at $4 for its lowest listing. So these are up in price as well. I saw that Amazon was having a sale on the early days collection for like $20. I'm not sure how many of you guys caught on to that, but if you saw my Instagram stories, I did post so you guys could go buy it if you guys were following me. Looks like Harpy's Feather Duster, both versions have dropped down in price. These were sitting around like $30-ish, but now are under 20. And that could be because of the sale that Amazon had that made the early days collection, you know, cheap. So now the card is cheaper and more accessible to get, which is good, I guess, for people who wanted it. I picked mine up around 20 on Mercari. I could have bought the whole game as well back then. But my brother had already bought it, so I didn't really need it because I could just play that if I wanted it. I just wanted this specific version of Harpy's Feather Duster. So I went ahead and bought it myself on Mercari and got a deal on it. So I'm not losing too much on it, but it is down in price if you guys want the card. I'm not sure how much it is on Amazon right now if you want the game, but it was at $20. Polymerization, we talked about a couple market watches ago and said it was a good pickup when it was like around 6-ish. Right now we have 35 listings on the market. Looks like they went up to $10. I know there's another version, Core Century Polymerization, that we're gonna get into as well, that also went up in price. Infinite Permanence, I just want to take a look at PCR because this used to be sitting around like the $20 price point, and it looks like now it has came down to like under 13. This is one I personally picked up because I love collector rare or prismatic collector rares, and that's my favorite rarity, so I went with this one. And I took a look at it today just because the Starlight printing. I took a look at different versions of Infinite Permanence to see what the price was, and now that this PCR is a little bit more affordable, I'm able to pick up my third copy to complete my place set of that PCR because they were a little bit high at $20-ish. This Core Eccentric Secret Rare looks like it is dropping down in price ever since that Starlight got announced. We have it now at $60, $63, $65.99. I think last time I took a look at this, it was hitting the $80 price point, but now at $62. How do you guys feel about this QCR? Which one are you guys putting as a higher rarity, the Starlight or this Core Eccentric Secret Rare? Let me know down below. Shooting Majestic Star Dragon caught my attention just because it's from Dawn of Majesty. Does this card have a reprint, or did it never get a reprint? Let's take a look. Shooting Star Majestic Dragon. So it has a Starlight. Looks like it's at 69. It has a Secret Rare from Dawn of Majesty, and I think that's it. It never got a reprint. So yeah, never got a reprint from what I'm seeing. 56 listings for this one. It looks like it's one of those cards that's still worth something from Dawn of Majesty. It's at 1050, 1062, 1112, 1040, and 1052. Let me know if you guys think this is a good pickup. We do have some junk support. Maybe it could be used to is it junk support? Is it's synchro support? I want to say synchro support coming out in the 5D structure deck. So maybe this is someone's gonna find a way to make this in there. I think it's a good pickup just because it's the lowest it's been at. Let's see, a year had a $10 price point, then 15, then dropped down to 10. Yeah, it's kind of like at the lowest price point it's been at. It doesn't have another printing, so if it ever comes into the format or the support that's coming out for synchro, is able to bring this out, it could see some popularity and go up in price. How do you guys feel about Shooting Star Majestic Dragon? This other polymerization was sitting around like what, the $20 price point, now going up to $25.99, $28, heading up to the $30 price point. There's another polymerization that also has gone up that I think was a good pickup. It's actually one of my favorite artworks. Polymerization is this one. So this polymerization was sitting around like the $8 price point. We have 17 listings on the market, so it's going low. We have cheapest listing at $12.60, then we go $13.85, then we hit the $15 price point, and they start making its way up to $20. I think it's still a good pickup. This is personally one of my favorite artworks, so this is the one I picked up for my deck. But I'm gonna let you guys decide which version of polymerization you guys like. I'm just saying this one is heading up there in price. The hero one is already up there in price at 25 and above market price, heading up to like $30 price point. The other version that you could pick up probably is this one right here. That's still under like around the $10 price point. It did go up a little bit from the $6 price point it was at, but you can still get this one, and maybe it could go up in price as well. Number 101 Silent Arc is one of those cards I've been considering picking up. This is just my player instincts going after the card, just because I do play it in my Memento Canine Fiendsmith build. It's the target I use for Nash Knight. 40 listings on the market. We have this at $15.79, $19.95, $20, $20, $22, $23, and then they go up to like $25 after that on a second page. But I've been considering picking this up just because it's a ghost rare. It's one of the few cards that's that's worth something from Legendary Duelist Duels from the Deep. So it can maybe go up in price. I don't know. I'm just going after it just because I like it. Like I said, sometimes I go after cards just because I want them, and sometimes I go after cards because I expect them to go up in price. This is just one of those cards that I want personally, and that I don't care if it goes up or not. I just want it. Duality looks like it has came down in price. This used to be a card that was sitting around like the $10 price point. Now we have 93 listings for this card. It's at $2.99, $3, $3.09, $3.51. It never took off. It's actually a pretty good card, but it never took off. It reminds me kind of like a Chaos Space in a way. It says show you one light or dark monster, special summon light or dark monster from your hand or extra deck with the same original type and level but a different original attribute. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target one light and one dark monster in your graveyard. Shuffle both into the deck, then draw one card. You can only use each effect of duality once per turn. And yeah, it only has one printing, so this might not be a bad time to pick it up just because it's the lowest I've seen it at. It's one of those cards you could probably see coming into the format one day. So Lane Queen of Master Magicians is just one of the cards I've been eyeing to pick up. This is at 42 listings. It has seen, let's see, it used to be at 11, 8, 11, now back down to like 8, 9-ish, 10-ish dollars. Hasn't seen played this format, but it's one of those cards that comes in and out of the meta. It used to be one of those cards that you use to go into access code because it could revive whatever you use to make it, and then you could just link climb up to a 4. So I could see that coming back someday for something. I think this is a good pickup. It's not at its high as it has been, but not at its low. It's kind of like mid at $10. I could just see this card going up in the future. Platinum Gadget looks like it has been seeing some price increase. 23 listings. We talked about this on our market watch a couple weeks ago too. $8.99, $9.85, $10.50, $10.97. I think this is the highest I've seen it in a while. Yeah, it used to be $5.22, then $5-ish, and then now a $10 card. So not bad for Platinum Gadget. I'm not really sure what deck is using this. Is Krishan the deck that's using this? Let me know down below. But yeah, it's up in price. Our male, the Steer Leader Dragon, is from Dual Overload. This is a card that caught my attention because I saw the graph pushing up. Even though it's still cheap, 105 listings, and we have listings at like a quarter basically. It just caught my attention because of the graph. and see what it does. It says 2 effect monsters cannot be used as link material. You could target one face of monster this card points to. Special summon one monster with the same original level from your hand to your zone this card points to in defense position, but negates effects. You can only use each effect. This effect of Umriel, the Star Leader Dragon, was per turn. So not bad. It kind of helps you extend a little bit. Let me know if you guys think this card could see some play, maybe in something like Dragon Link, or with the new rocket support, it could help you extend a little bit. I'm not sure, but they've been going up, and it looks like it has been getting some sell. Look, we have 94 somewhere right here. 94 sold at like 30 cents. So someone knows something about this and is buying them. Ghost Mourner Mullet, I think is a good pickup. This is a Chorus Sentry, and it's a hand trap that comes in and out in the format, so picking it up at $8-9 I don't think is too bad. Ghost Ogre, Ghost Bell are all above like I think $20 at the moment, so this one I could see heading in that direction when it comes back into the format. Let's take a look at Ghost Ogre. I want to take a look at the Chorus Sentry Ghost Ogre, because I think that was I know I said it was above $20, but I think I saw it under. No, it's $20. This version of Ghost Ogre looks like it has been coming down in price, and we have $17.89, $17.99. So I think it's a good pickup at this price point. It's being used right now to go against decks like Vanquish. So when your opponent uses like Paradise Smasher, you could chain Ghost Ogre, and I think it will make the effect fade, because you have to detach material after you activate the effect or something like that. Not really sure how that interaction works, but I've been hearing this is a good tech to play against like Paradise Smasher. But yeah, Ghost Ogre a good pickup too, along with Moonlit Shell. Memento and Dark Blade I wanted to take a look at, because we got announced that we're getting a rarity upgrade for the horse. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. We're also getting Starlight for the Creation King, the fusion monster. So maybe Memento players are going to be motivated to pick up like, higher rarity stuff to match with like the other stuff. That's just my player brain going off. I play Mementos. I have some of these. I bought these for like $40. Looks like we have 21 listings on the market. We have $42.99, $47.99, $49.99, $50. Just something to come and keep an eye out for, in case Memento players want to come and like max out rarity their deck. Since we have the new Starlight coming out, the new Ultra Rares, they might want to come in and pick this one up, since it's technically the highest rarity Dark Blade we have. Despian Lulu, while Lilith I know can be played with the new Dogmatica stuff. We have the Starlight Rare at $75.99. We have Prismatic Secret Rares at a market price of like $5, and then we have Secret Rares at like $3. Did this see a price increase? No, they've been stable around like the $3 to $4 price point, but you might want to pick yours up sooner than later, just in case it does. That Dogmatica stuff, when it comes out, does end up using Despian Lilith. I would just pick up right now rather than later when it's even higher in price. Little D, I think, only has one printing available. Let's go check on Little D. I don't have I'm a dinosaur player, but don't have a copy of Little D, so I might pick mine up. Right now we have 12 listings on the market. We have our cheapest listing of Little D lightly played or near mint at $10.45, $11.59, $12.84, and then going up to $17. I know this is not used for anything other than it being a meme, unless there's a dino deck out there that you guys know of, or a deck that top a little deep. But this is only at 12 listings. I know this is most likely just for the memes, but 12 listings, a $10 common from Legendary Collection Joey's World. I'm picking it up for my personal collection, for my dino collection. But yeah, it's just a common that's worth that much. Soundproof was a card that people were thinking about teching back in the day, and it looks like right now it's at 79 listings. We have copies under $1. It says this card can only be activated at the start of main phase 1, and only if you control no face of synchro monster. Neither player can special summon a synchro monster into your opponent's next end phase. So I think this kind of goes against like the Yummy strategy. You could start off with this if you draw into it during your turn, and your opponent's not going to be able to do their Yummy stuff until they end their turn the following turn. So it's a good little floodgate to go against them. But I never saw Soundproof really take off, even when like there were synchro decks being played in the format. How do you guys feel about Soundproof? Do you guys think it's a good side deck card against Yummy, and are you going to be teching it? Toon Dark Magician, looks like we have it at 9 listings above market price, $26. We have super rares at like $5-ish. Commons are worth something too at like $5. We have more super rares and more commons here, so every version of Toon Dark Magician is worth something, just in case you want to go check your book, see if you have some. DDD Oblivion King Abyss Ragnarok only has 13 listings for the LTS Tournament Pack 4 version. This is a super rare, so something you might want to go check your bulk for, see if you guys have, because this card used to be worth like what, $6, and is now pushing up to $10.29, $10.79, $10.85, $11.49, and then $15 at the bottom of the first page. We do have other versions. We have rares and commons available for my budget players, but the super rare is low on listings and up in price. Valkyrie Brunhide, I have no idea why it's going up in price, or why it's up in price still. Maybe it's just because it's one of those older cards, older format cards. This is from Shadows of Valhalla. Let me see if it has any other printings, or does it only have one printing? Looks like it only has one printing. 25 listings on the market, so kind of low on listings. It says unaffected by your opponent's spell cards, gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can have this card lose 1,000 defense. If you do, your Valkyrie monster cannot be destroyed in battle this turn. Okay, so not bad, but I think it's one of those older format cards. I don't see this being useful in like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! 1458, 1499, 1556, 1677, and 1462 at the bottom of the first page. Let me know if you guys know why Valkyrie Brunhide is still worth something. Albion the Sanctified Dragon has 2 printings. Let's go to the 2 printings, and it looks like the Cyberstorm Access version is above market price, hitting $5.99, market price of $5.61, so they're starting to go up in price. Looks like we have 46 listings. They're starting to reach 644, 681, 699, and then we have the 25th anniversary 10 versions also starting to go up to like the $4-5 price points, $5.84, $5.94, so trying to reach a $6 price point. These were sitting at a price point of like what, $3-ish, $4-ish, but now going up to $6. Maybe that's because we have branded support on the way, even though this could probably be thrown in there in the structure deck as well. I don't see why they wouldn't throw this card in there as a reprint, since it only has 2 printings here. But yeah, it's at $6 now. Miscellaneous Saurus, I think, is a good pickup. One day it's going to come back. It's at 1 right now. I feel like it's going to come back at 2, 3. And once that happens, people are going to run after these, and these are going to go up. This is just because I'm a Dino player. I'm being biased, but these are $7 to $8 lowest I've seen them at. Yeah, I can't say any more than that. I just feel like it's going to come back one day. Elemental Hero Flame Wingman only has 1 Flame Wingman Infernal Rage from Battles of Legend, only has 1 printing. These are currently at 135, 136, 140. The highest I seen them at was like $2-3. I didn't sell them then because I thought they were going to increase to maybe like the $5 price point, which I still feel like they could reach one day, because Heroes is one of those fan favorite decks that, you know, comes in and out of formats, and sometimes it does get a top here and there. And if this card doesn't get a reprint, I could see it going up to $5. It gets you into a favorite contact, which is one of the cards Hero loves to play. So I still have hope for this card. I bought these like around 20-30 cents. Now they're $1. I'm not looking to sell until they hit like $5. We'll see if that happens. Fiend Smith Desert, I think, is a good pickup. Its highest price point was like around $15, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it had like a $15-$20 price point, but now we have it under $10. So I think it's a good Core Sentry secret pickup. A lot of the other Fiend Smith Core Sentry cards are above like the $20 price point. I know we have Track that's sitting around like what, 50. We have Engraver, which is like 100. We have Lacrima, which is sitting around like 70 or 80 for the Core Sentry. So I think this card can make its way up there to that price point, maybe like $30, because it is part of the engine. One of those cards that's important to the engine that you can make, and it gets you a negate. Next up, we have Crackdown. I wanted to take a look at this 20 twin version because my brother pulled some out of bulk, and I noticed they were worth like $2. So maybe something you also have and want to pull out from bulk. These are from the 2020 10s. These are the Prismatic Seekers. They do have other versions available, but the one that's worth something is the Prismatic Seeker. So just wanted to bring this to your attention. And last card on today's market watch is going to be Chaos Dragon 11 year, specifically this ultimate rare version. Since we did get announced we have a Starlight coming, I want to take a look at and see how this is doing. Looks like this is at 56 listings, and at $15, $15.95, $15.96, $16, under $20. This used to be a card that was sitting around what, $30, I think. I think at one point I wanted to buy some. They were around like $30, but now under the $20 price point. Do you guys see Chaos Dragon 11 year, this ultimate rare version, going up because of the Starlight or coming down because of the Starlight? Let me know down below. That's gonna be it for today's market watch. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return of Chance. This is Ricky572, and we'll see you guys next time.